Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name's Emily. My name is Jeff. Bear with me. So, get rid of that hood again. We are on Oakville subdivision with Go Transit 1960, the service from Niagara Falls to Union Station. We're loading passengers here at West Harbour. Then stopping at Aldershot, Burlington, Appleby, at Bronte, and Oakville. Arriving in a little over 30 minutes time. Well, under 40 minutes time, correction. So we are nearly ready for departure, so we should probably do some cab prep. That does that. That does that. That does that. That does that. And then up here we go. Pang, 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 pang. Go. We've got about 45 seconds until the signal's going to pull off. We're actually waiting for that train in front of us, so it'll be a little while longer probably. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully well. I've actually had a pretty good little day. I've not done absolutely all that much, except sleep. And get some YouTube videos recorded, which has been nice. But yeah, so we are here on Oakville Subdivision. This is a timetable mod that was recently released. For you guys, it'll have been a little while ago. For me, it's pretty immediate. It's just down to the way that YouTube scheduling works. I'm going to quickly nip into my bag that I've just brought into the room and get my drink out because I'm such a professional YouTuber. I prepared that in advance. Here we go. And we're just going to wait for it to snake down. I'm going to follow the UK rules that we wouldn't close doors because we're sitting against a red signal. But actually that may be what's causing the issue, so I'm going to close the doors for reasons here. Basically, I don't know if I think they aren't using the dispatch beyond command in this timetable. What that means is, right now, the dispatcher is only calculating our path as far as Aldershot. Beyond that, it's not calculating how it's going to run us. So, give notch 4 of power. Give it the beans. Feeling super beansed up. We should be. And away we go. Anyway. Yes, so these are, I say this is obviously a reskinned MP36, which I just realized the headlights aren't on it. There we go, we fixed that. And it's the reskinned Bombardier bi-levels. And this is obviously, or this was, sorry, part of, or the rolling stock we were driving came with Peninsula Corridor. So there are a few requirements for this route. Just on a speed, so that's good. Oh no, I'm only 1 mile an hour over. I'm going to accept that and I'm going to say we are fine. We'll just stay idle. 1 mile an hour is nothing to write home about. I'm going to blame the light situation in the cab for that because I can't see where we are going. But it incorporates a limited number of the cross-border Amtrak services, some of the longer distance via rail services, and of course the Go Transit services that we're covering today. What I'm going to do a passenger mode video in the next. Well, it'll have gone out by the time you guys see this, but it'll be a Amtrak ride all the way to also from probably Oakville down to West Harbour or down to Aldershot, where probably we get kicked off that because of the way the game works. Actually, I wonder how that does work. Yeah, we could probably stay on it in passenger mode. Because Oakville, by the way, for YouTube, I've covered this bit and this bit. This bit I've not covered before. It's only about 2-3 miles, but it's actually quite a nice little ride through Hamilton. Quite a long train today, as you can see. 3, 6, 9, 13-car passenger train. Fairly long. Probably a little bit on the unrealistically long side, but I can't comment on that. Is that a danger aspect for us? I can't actually tell. So proceed as signals indicate. No, that doesn't apply to us. You can understand why I'd think it would, but apparently it doesn't. So there. Put the beans on. We are going to go up to 30 miles per hour. Email response, but sorry, I just had a memory of something I need to do, but it'll happen when it happens. So aside from that, I am sitting back relaxing, got my feet up, going to be chilling whilst I yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to Mod Railway Show, which should be quite cool. I am going to the British Railway Modelling Exhibition at Alexandra Palace, which is like one of the biggest shows we have in the UK. Put a bit more beans on. Just get us up to 30 and then I'm going to go idle. Because we are basically going to approach a junction. We go down the side off said junction. And when you go down the other side, oh yeah, when you get about halfway down the side, you cross over. And that crossover is a 15 limit. But that's 30 right there. So I'll stick us into idle and leave us there. There you have it. So, like I say, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Today for me, it's predominantly been, like I said, did a little bit of recording. I need to do a cosplay video. Well, a video for the cosplay channel, I should say. Let's put notch 1 just to sustain us. Yeah, that's the signals indicating we're being crossed over. But we can stay with power on for now. Just stay at the sort of high 20s to 30. Yeah, so I've got that to do later tonight, and then basically I only woke up at 2 in the afternoon. I've got to be on a train 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's already like coming up on 10 p.m. There's no point me sleeping tonight. So what I shall do is just work on resetting my sleep cycle. So I'm thinking is I'm like I said, I'm getting there for about 10. I'll be done by 3. I'll be home by about 6. So yeah, it's a bit more of the beans. We also start going up a hill here. Over here, by the way, this bridge here is sort of part of the iconic view on this line. So a lot of the railfan videos you see are either shot with that bridge in the background from sort of this angle, or from the other side of the bridge, so off route for us basically. Unfortunately, I can say this route was also done during my tenure at Dovetail, which is why I very rarely touch it for that reason. It's not a route I enjoy. It's a route that's very unnatural to me. And I'm comfortable with the gameplay on it, to be honest. Well, I can't talk a timetable mode because I wasn't involved in that, but the scenarios, I can see my mistakes in them, and I really wish I could go back and fix them, but I can't. Yeah, simple as. So as we've got the full train over the crossover now, we can accelerate, and that's up to 50 miles per hour, I believe. Yep, it's 30 actually, but yeah, and then 50 after that bridge there. But we can keep the throttle wide open. Okay, did not see that one coming. Oh well, there was no signalling for that, so I'm going to just stay. I'll coast at this speed, but we'll, yeah. And there's R50. I'll stay at 30 for now. What we could do is something like... Well, actually, basically the second man pokes his head out the window and goes, yeah, we're across. At which point, racket. Like I say, we're going for 95 is our maximum permitted speed with this train today. So we don't have in-cab signalling, which is why we're not, you know, obviously you can see the PTS screen on the left there. But at the time these were modelled, a PTS wasn't implemented on Peninsular Corridor. So the screens are just fitted but isolated. Same as all Class 800s. Have got ERTMS fitted to them, but it's just isolated on the unit. Because there's no ERTMS that we would use with them. Yeah, it basically the way it's sort of being run at the moment is like I say, all UK trains have to be ERTMS equipped. Like all mainline certified trains have to have ERTMS fitted. So I think Tornadoes had it fitted during a recent refit, and so on. The Czechs have an interesting system because they have ERTMS in service on some routes, but we have ERTMS fitted on some routes. However, sorry, I'm just, yeah, this is all the shot we're coming up on. I'm just going to stay idle for now. Yeah, to be honest, could pull on the platform at this speed. But yeah, but basically not all trains are ERTMS equipped or qualified, and not all drivers are qualified on ERTMS. So at the moment there's some areas where you've got basically ERTMS if your train's appropriately equipped and you're qualified, and you basically ignore the kind of light signals outside, and you do your own thing in the cab, or based off in-cab signalling, sorry. Whereas if you're on that route and you don't have the ERTMS or your train's not qualified for ERTMS, then you still drive by the external signals. It's quite interesting. Yeah, quite interesting. Aldershot Yard, so much trauma. So you guys don't know. I'm probably the only person who does know why that's so traumatic to me. But yeah, just look at the gameplay. Look at the gameplay. You'll figure it out. You hear the compressor just kicked in there. You hear the compressor under the engine sounds. And we've got a full train on here, so we've got a little while, so we're going to have to roll to the very end. I'm just going to put my hood on just for reasons of being able to see how long I've got until I need to close the doors. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fine. Yeah, see? So until I did my little thing there, the signal's just cleared now. Um, but what that sort of manoeuvring means is slam, you know, wear just off the end, but the back is barely on. So yeah, it's a fairly long train. It's a fairly long train. What are we looking like? Lock the doors. And away we go. That window does nothing for the sound like, which is funny. Oh, over the engine a little bit there, but who cares? Who's counting? Who the Hef is counting. Question is who the Hef is Hef. But that's a story for another time. Got our CN Auto Rex down. So, funnily enough, I don't know about the obviously the reworked timetable, but all of the consists that I used for freight for scenarios were autoracks. Because autoracks are the longest freight wagon in TS, and then they have basically a percentage chance of substituting for something else. The obviously again, I didn't do timetable, and I don't think this is anything to do with the timetable, but the little Caltrain maintenance away hopper cars there, they don't get snow on them. So as far as I'm aware, Dovetail patched them out. You've got your Jeep 9s and a Jeep 38. That was always a permanent combination for some reason. Jeep 9, Jeep 38. You never got two Jeep 9s and two Jeep 38s together. Although, there's two AC4400s in CN livery. That's not a foot crossing, no. It's just some ballast. Don't know why I had the bell going still. I'll give it a beat and then I'll start braking. Got school buses above us then. They got the beat, they got the beat, they got the... Sorry. Got distracted by music there. I put a little note actually as well, the mastery unlock on this route. That was my suggestion, Canada Day. I wanted to make the Lancaster bomber flyover, but they're like, no, licensing. I'm like, oh. Because so there's two flightworthy Lancasters at time of recording, or at time this was being developed, I should say. I've not actually checked. There is the BBMF's Lancaster, and there is the one in RAF Coningsby in Lincoln. Sorry, the one in RAF Coningsby, there's one in Hamilton, Ontario. It's obviously fairly significant from an aviation history perspective. And yeah, they of course brought it over to the UK 2018, I think, which is really cool. I like a Lancaster, especially too. They diverted into Tees Valley, which is not that far from me as well, which is quite interesting. I know you said fun there, but no, interesting for the better term. So we've got 40. We can hit the end of the platform, just above 40. Start putting air into the brake pipes. Well, start letting air out the brake pipes, I should say. No, you put air in. Yeah, my bad. I can't brain. Basically, we're going to put some brake on. That's what I'm saying. Let the brake out now. That seems like it would be a gauging issue with some stuff, but hey. And then there is a train coming southbound. I would love to be able to model American stuff. I was looking, there's a Kato HO P42 Genesis, which our trains I actually quite like, and Rails have got them in. And it's like a generic Rails safety slogan. There's a temptation to pick one up even though I don't model American. Purely because A, I like that shape of engine, and B, all the doors are on the platform, it's fine. I like that shape of engine, but also my markers aren't on the back. There you go, got the marker lights on, so that's the tail lights now, as we would call them in the UK. Halfway through the boarding procedure. We're arriving about a minute and 45 late, but we can't do much with that. That's just the, yeah. Next up is Appleby. I'll update in a second. So yeah, we've basically got 4 minutes to go 4 miles. We need to smash. Now this is part of the issue as I see it with sort of these timetables. Some of them is, yeah, like I say, you can do stuff safely or you can do it on time. So I always recommend, you know, add a little bit of padding to the timetables because there's stuff AI can do that players can't. You know, especially even stuff like PZB. There's certain routes you will always arrive late, according to Train Sim World, if you have PZB enabled because PZB checks you down. And it checks you down more aggressively than if you were just doing a, you know, I know that there's a 60 border on that curve. I want to come off that curve at 60. It's like, oh, there's 60 board there. I want to be at 60 at that curve kind of thing. Whereas you're having to sort of go based off time and be a bit more aggressive. Don't know why this is still on. This is Burlington curve. So going southbound, I always know to brake coming off this curve, for example. But yeah, northbound, it just means I know vaguely where I am basically for a moment. I always sort of imagine like a colossal derailment situation just going straight off the end here and into that building. Something that just reminds me, I don't know why, but it just sort of reminds me of that. So we're going to brake at the next signals um, for our next stop, which is Burlington. Wait, am I going insane? No, it's Appleby. I'm sorry, my brain's braining hard right now. Apologies for that, folks. Normal Emily service is now resumed. Amber, you see the stop there. So what we're going to do is, oh, so you see where we need to stop, but because we're only doing like 70, that's as fast as we'll go today, to be fair, we are just going to keep booking it until we pass this turnout here, at which point I'm going to do idle and set up on that. And I'm going to put my brake into about half a lump of brake. Really hammer that brake in. And then full rheostatic. Trying to recover some of this lost time. The PTI issues are just hair-raising in this game. Oh, I'm going to overrun the stop marker slightly here. Slightly, when I say slightly, I mean a lot. So at this point, we'd be isolating doors in this coach, but because it's train sim and people aren't real in this game, there we go. So absolutely no accuracy in that stop. Unfortunately, I apologise profusely, but we arrived near enough on time. And that's about all I can ask for at this point. Bronte is our next stop. Play word association with Bronte, you know, probably come up with different answers. Most people probably come up with the Bronte sisters. I would come up with Bronte Barb, musical theatre performer who played Catherine in the London production of Newsies. Newsies! Sorry. I absolutely adore Newsies. It makes me really happy. Oh, it goes on. Let's go. But yeah, so like I say, off to London tomorrow for the Model Rail exhibition. No, can't do that. I'm going to rev it as hard as I can, but I'm honestly really excited for that. That should be a really good day out, and should give me a nice sort of chance to just get away and do something a bit different. I'm taking my laptop with me because I want to do some writing, and I'm just going to catch a train down, do the exhibition, and then, depending on what time I finish, I'm thinking about doing a diversion route on the way home. So I've done what I like to call long line divert, or it's officially called joint line, which is Peterborough to Doncaster via Lincoln. But I've never been from London to Peterborough via Ely. So you get basically Great Northern as far as I'd hop on Great Northern as far as Ely, and then change to EMR or Great Wrangler, and go from Ely up to Peterborough, and then get my train home from there. Like I say, I'll see how I feel. I might just say actually I want to just catch a train home, you know, get some drinks, chill out on the train. But we'll figure that out when we get there. Amber. So we've got a road crossing coming up, so that'll be the old horn combos for American stuff, which is because short, short, long. Even technically, that technically would qualify, but I do slightly longer short ones just because I'm also bad at timing. This is an oil storage facility. So you get oil comes down from Alberta? Is it Alberta? Probably Alberta. and is stored in there for onward transport. Also, literally the other side of that is like Superior, I think. So, yeah. There we go. So we're across the bridge. I'm going to go to Wadle now. So I'm just trying to get my brake to... That's somewhat to recognise. So there we go. I just find it difficult to figure out how much brake I've actually applied in this train. It's a bit of a weird one to drive. Go away, horn. Or go away, bell. There we go, idle. So we're just going to stop at the end here. And this is Bronte. There we go, unlock doors on the right. Obviously, it was the guard doing this, not me. But, yeah. Like I said, I do love these locos. They're just so incredibly... I think they're the best of both worlds for me. They've got the size and the power of an American, of the American stuff, but the overall sort of just niceness of European stock. So, given the command to lock the doors, one last stop, Oakville, 3.4 miles. Let's absolutely smash. Notch 5 is a good pull away notch, yep. There we go, and full power. Perfect. So we're doing, let's say, one last stop today of Oakville. When we get to Oakville, we're putting in, shutting down and shutting off. But like I say, folks, this route overall, you know, the passenger gameplay is a massive, massive plus. It changes a lot of how you play the game, and it makes the game for me a lot more enjoyable to play. But yeah. Wrong button. Thumbnail. This is absolutely class. So like I say, it's a nice little drive, and got another train coming southbound. Just shows how peaceful this route is. Which I think, like I say, I don't think it was a good choice for a TSW route, because the main thing in TSW is the timetable. And if there isn't much of a timetable on 3/4 of your route, why? And you know what I mean? Like, we've not seen a single freight service so far today. We've seen quite a few. We've seen I've seen two passengers, and passengers aren't modelled in the default services, which is just insanity. But yeah, we're like so smashing along here up the hill. Got our 30 warning. I'm going to brake at this signal gantry. Absolutely storming along. Like I say, if this was a shorter train, it would be a bit easier on us. Also, look how there's no clouds above us, but there's clouds all around us. All around me are some things, some things, something, 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 something. Yeah. Uh-oh. That got out of hand. Like, well, it just shows how quick this thing can slow down. Yeah, that got out of hand. That was definitely a demonstration. That was definitely me showing you as a new colleague how quickly this train slows off and shuts off. Foam extinguisher there, which is good. Yeah. You got to kill the engine, so you don't actually, yeah, ground the engine first, but we'll talk about that later. So, for example, on a 800 series, if there's a fire on board, you basically make sure that the pantograph is down, therefore there's no traction current going through the train, and at that point the highest voltage becomes 110 volts, and that becomes perfectly safe to use a AFF extinguisher on. Not going to be 170, can't remember. I've not had that training for my current job. I only had that training for my last job, so last on board job, I should say. And I was very broken at that time, and I don't have that information in my head anymore. A lot of that information in my head anymore, because my head just doesn't have the capacity, man. I just don't have the capacity. We are rolling in to Oakville. We're a little bit late, soz, folks, but we are going to get in, and we are going to get stopped. But yes, like I say, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Do go get this mod. I don't have any criticisms of the mod. The only criticisms I have are of the route. Everything else is absolutely flipping perfect. Like I say, it's great fun to drive. Yeah, it's class basically. My only one thought, and this is because I've not researched this. I'm happy to be wrong. Is would the cab cars on rolling stock? Oh God. Would the cab cars from the Train Sim World 4, the American Train Sim World 4 route, work out better? That's the only thing I can suggest. But that's largely because I've not researched it. So we'll stop at the end here. It's stopping in a weird place. Oh, so that's local 925 there as well. Oh no, we're 924. I drove 925 last time. So release the doors on the right. That's the train being shut off. What we're going to do is reverse it. Goes to neutral. Release, neutral, out. So we'll be handing over to the driver here. But that is this service complete for us. So thank you guys very much for watching today. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, hit the like button. Just reminds you how big these are, doesn't it? You have to see like a couple of sort of that on an HST. You can't see into the cabin till like back here on an MP40. Oh, there he goes. Watch him out. Bye. See you next time. And there we go. We should return to free roam. And yeah, like I say, we're going to go and get a cup of coffee. But thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.